What's up, James? Man, I had a little bit of a late start. Trying to fix my 3D printer. Gosh darn it, and I forgot to grab a pink again. Anyways. How was your day, James? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just the my 3D printer is having issues. It's like there's a filament stuck in there, but I can't seem to get it out. Trying like different ways to get it out, it just refuses to come out. And it was getting a little... Sorry for what? If the worst thing in my life is a printer being a little bit difficult, you know, I'm doing pretty well. Ain't no big thing, gotta figure it out, that's all I gotta do. Remember how you said my painting in the past with the wood elf was better than I'm doing painting today? It's the null oil. That's what did it. Put null oil on this, all of a sudden it's a 10 out of 10. Mind you, it's the original null oil, not the current new null oil. I remember buying that and using it, and I was like, this is pretty good. I didn't think it would freaking blow up like it did. But then again. You can buy some of that null oil from, you know, prior to the formula change. Instant magic. God, I can't get rid of these little tiny things. Okay. Yeah, I guess I've got to do this. No oil magic. Hey, what's up, Think? Oops, I didn't mean to put put it in the wrong spot. Well, it'll be fine. Oh, sorry. James doesn't have this card. I don't think he's going to be the right person to sell that to. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. So, I guess you're kind of giving up um, on I guess the tabletop. Uh, gonna keep your Dark Angels. You cheating on her with your plastics? Yeah, no kidding, man. But good lord, it's starting to get too expensive, though. Oh shoot, I'm not really. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to become like that too. It's like, it's just getting a little bit ridiculous. Started 3D print a lot of my stuff, but I still want official armies. So I just kind of have to kind of stomach through Ultramarines and Tau. Those are going to be my official armies. So at least I don't have to like spend too much money, but the rest of it, 3D printed, baby. Jesus. So how much is the retail price for it? I never really got a chance to look at what retail price is for that thing. Probably 250, huh? Damn, he looks shiny. Crap. Doesn't look... Man, autofocus on this kind of sucks. I don't know whose fault it is. Darker. Good lord, he is super shiny. That's way too bright. Why is he so shiny? It's a matte varnish. Well, anyways. It's actually interesting. Huh. I just discovered something. These things had a little bit of a blue in it that's trying to shine through. That could almost look like a reflection of the blue armor. God, why are these guys so glossy? Super strange. Kind of making the gunmetal a little bit darker, just in case it wasn't dark enough. And then I'll get back to painting the assassins, get their gunmetal done, and then I can start working on the other colors. But then I gotta do the base on these guys with snow, and then they'll be officially done. the next thing I have to do is also on top of the basing is just to make sure that the magnets are done correctly. Yeah, I mean, not this coming Saturday, but the next one. Mind you, the last tournament, I went 2 losses and a tie, and because my dice could not roll above a 4. So I'm throwing away those dice, and I literally bought some new bicycle dice. It's so unbelievable how terrible my dice rolled that tournament. It was all bad. And then the person that I played against that I got a tie on, his dice was rolling terrible too. So it was a race to the bottom between me and him. And I think he rolled worse than me, honestly. But he kind of really pushed the objectives faster than I did. But yeah, I mean, oh my god, I could not believe those dice. And kind of the second thing, because my schedule changed too. Amazingly, people typically play on Wednesdays. Like, I understand maybe one game. It's literally all the games, except for the last one where he rolled slightly better. It was still bad, but because he was rolling bad too, mine was slightly better. It's terrible. It was terrible. So I ended up buying some bicycle dice. I haven't opened them yet. I'm gonna open them when I play. They're gonna be they're never gonna have to been rolled until I play in the tournament. Oh my god! Or if I could get a game in, really. The weirdest thing is there's a couple of stores that opened up. Like hobby stores. So I don't know, maybe I should go to some of the other hobby stores to see if there's people playing there, so I can at least get the able to test out my strategies and stuff, you know. But there's not much I can do about dice rolls except for freaking buy new dice, which I did. Spent so much money on dice because they roll bad. You know, I'm not a superstitious person or anything like that, you know, but good lord, when those dice were rolling, I became a believer. I'm like, these dice are cursed. I know it. I'm buying new ones. Let's see, where else is there armor on her? Not the shoulder. Not much else. Maybe the glove? I should have been praying to the dice gods. in 40k there's 4 gods, and in real life there's only one, and that's the dice god. That's actually I went to a casino and I looked at the in their gift shop. They actually have casino dice, and mind you, they're all used, of course. But what it is that I think once they use the dice for so long, they're mandated to replace them. So instead of throwing them away, they put them in a gift shop to sell for like 50 cents a piece. I was thinking about buying them because I heard casino dice are like the most well-balanced dice. The problem is they're so freaking big. So if you roll those dice, you can only roll like 5 at a time. Hold on, guys, I got 30 shots. It's gonna take me about 30 minutes to roll these dice because I can only roll 5 at a time. Because these dice are so massive. I was seriously thinking about buying casino dice. That's how bad they rolled. But instead, I went with bicycle dice. Hopefully, those are pretty well balanced too. I don't know if there's any kind of shenanigans going on in the next tournament or not, though, like teams or anything like that. Probably a normal tournament game. Supposedly, but they're very big and they're very sharp edges too. I don't know if I don't know if you've ever seen them, but yeah, they're very. I think they're 18 millimeters. Maybe they're bigger than regular dice. I think they're bigger than 16 mil, and I think that's kind of like the problem. Like if you get casino dice, you won't be able to roll as many dice as you typically need, just because of how big they are. They're supposed to be the well-balanced ones, but at the same time, mind you, these dice are used, so they're not going to be as well-balanced anymore. That's the reason why they replaced them. Casinos, I think, are mandated by like the gaming commission to replace the dice every however many rolls, because after so many rolls, they're been used, and I think they lose their average rolls. They're no longer balanced, I'm guessing. But obviously, I think they played safe by, like, you know, it's probably still relatively well balanced. I wouldn't doubt there's a science behind it, like how many rolls did you roll a dice before it's the amount of wear and tear on those dice no longer makes it quite a balanced dice. So that's kind of like the only thing. So when you're buying casino dice, well, in terms of balance relative to what you can buy, they're probably still the most balanced, but they're not as balanced as like brand new casino dice. I'm still thinking about maybe buying some. I wonder if you can order them online. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of curious as to the size of the dice too. Let me take a look. I think they're 18 mil, which is pretty massive. I remember actually someone coming into gaming one day, and I saw them rolling casino dice. They're so big. Size of casino dice. Oops. 19 mil. Sorry. So according to this, it says casino grade dice are made to tighter tolerances and are more wear-resistant material than dice typically sold in consumer market. They are almost always 19 millimeters in size, which is larger than a typical die sold to consumers. So they are pretty massive. So if you got big hands, you know, they could be good. And they're going to be pretty well balanced.
Crazy berserker, I killed it, it's murder, go crazy berserker, I killed it, it's murder, go crazy berserker, I killed it, it's murder, go crazy berserker, I killed it.
Yeah, no kidding. And I like using, I think 12 mil, just because they're so small and you can hold a lot. So you have no real issues when you freaking like hit a blast template on like, I don't know, on whatever. Hey, what's up, Krieg? Dang, I think you gave me your name. Anyways, don't remember. I am terrible at remember names. See, I have a bought me. I made me a dice rolling box myself, and it's just a wood with a felt, so that I don't know. Hopefully that makes it fair rolling. I don't know. But the problem is though that you're rolling those big ass dice on that thing is fucking gonna destroy that wood, because those dice are kind of obviously gonna be heavy because they're 19 mils for crying out loud. And I wouldn't doubt like some of those the roulette tables and whatnot. Those tables are probably fucking beat up. Well, that's what they're kind of supposed to kind of do, I think. Whenever you play like roulette and stuff, you're supposed to throw them, and then it's supposed to hit the back of the roulette table, because the roulette table are like they're like egg crates in a sense. So it makes it random, and they're supposed to kind of stop immediately. I believe that's what dice are supposed to do. Or casino dice, anyway. I haven't. I wouldn't mind watching it, but I just don't have access to it. I don't. Can't really afford it. I got a gift card for Netflix. I gotta find it. Kinda sad I lost it, but I hope I can find that. Guess where the money went? To the army. Yeah, and after that I'm broke. GW stuff keeps going up, man. I don't make any more money. But I do have to keep at least 2 of my army officials, you know? And the rest of them I'm going to 3D print to save some money. Which character do you guys think Henry Cavill is going to be? I'm sure. I have a feeling he's going to be an Inquisitor. I don't think they're going to do Space Marines. I have a feeling Space Marines are going to be a rarity in this world. Because I think like if you look at like Astartes and the Amazon thing, I think showing Space Marines in that action too much will be exhausting. I think having that sporadic into this series is going to be amazing, but showing it way too much, it's just going to be exhausting. It's like, oh, here's another battle. You know, you want that to be a rarity, so it's exciting. If it's common, then it's like, well, I've already seen that. You know what I'm saying? The more rare something is, generally speaking, the more exotic it is, and the better it is, the better it looks, generally speaking. But you don't want it to be too rare, where it's like, you know, people give up. So I think him being an Inquisitor would be a very wise choice, because then he can interact with multiple worlds, multiple factions, and he kind of has that authority to go around. He can't just be a guardsman. Not necessarily. I think there's so much possibility because of how diverse the lore is in 40K. I mean, you could have like a suspense type of thing where you have Henry Cavill investigating demons in like a hive city, trying to flush out the cultist. You know, kind of like a TV drama. You could have like, I mean, it's just because of how diverse the world is. There's so much that you can literally make almost anything. He's gonna be an orc. All he's gonna say is like, "Wah!" Maybe. Maybe he will be an orc. He goes "Wow" all the time. but I think he's gonna be an Inquisitor that way, and he'll be like an Inquisitor that. And what as an Inquisitor, you can make almost any story again, trying to filter out cultists, investigations, running through Space Marines. Inquisitor gives him so much versatility. He can end up running death squads. Run into Grey Knights, run into Custodians. Just because of how much power the Inquisitors have. And then he can even call down Exterminatus on certain planets. It may be something that, again, a drama where he's like, he tries to save a planet, he evacuates as many people as he can, and then he just Exterminatus the planet, killing both, cultists and humans alike. Just to show how grim dark the world is. Where, you can't save everyone. And if you're a Space Marine, well, you can't really do much. You're just always a... Also, the 40k lore, there's a book encouraging Imperium to have kids. Yeah, I mean, it's not very common, obviously. That's not going to be, obviously, the thing that, they're going to play out. Because of the, a lot of the fans aren't really necessarily into that. Seeing Space Marine too much is just gonna be, it's gonna be too much. And Inquisitor, I think, is just the best thing. What about you, think? No, again, Space Marine is just gonna be too much. A chaplain doesn't really go on world very much. He stays with the ship or stays with the chapter, really. Doesn't have as much freedom as a, yeah, Commissar, kinda, but he's kinda still stuck with the platoon. So, and the platoons don't really move around very much, They're kinda stuck to their world. Oh no, definitely not Gorilla Man. That's gonna be way too much. That's gonna be a special thing. Like, you want to save like the good stuff and have them sparsely there as something like that you have. It's gonna be a Mistress of Battle. Since that's what Amazon wants, right? Give them Mistress of Battle. Eh, what's that, Francois? No. No Space Marine. I think Henry Cavill will definitely hate Leandros. Okay. Alright. Is that the 4K game? The 4X game? Sorry. Can't remember what Gladius was. I think next episode's gonna be these guys. I'm gonna do the base and snow it up. Try to use up the last bit of those snows, hopefully, and then be completely done with these guys. But I'm actually gonna be calling it right here, right now, because I definitely have to get up for work. Also, I need to go freaking fix my stupid printer. It's being a biatch right now. I will be trying to paint up my assassins over here. Getting the first coat since I needed the gunmetal anyway. Need to finish up my Infinity, Ultramarines, my Tau. I don't think I want to paint those guys. I think those are going to be as is. So anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up the send down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.